The delegations are gathering pretty much as we speak, getting ready to gather again in Cairo, and everybody's coming. That's not insignificant. Everybody is coming to the table. And as I said, our understanding of the text would suggest that they should be able to close these gaps, and we hope very, very soon.
NewsNation's Robert Sherman joining us now live in Tel Aviv. Robert, is U.S. optimism shared on the ground there in Israel?
It's certainly a mixed bag here, Marni. On the one hand, you have a lot of people who have frankly been in this situation before many times, in which you've seen this cautious optimism hitting an apex only to see a deal fizzle in the end. And to an extent, some people are worried that that could possibly happen again. And then you have the hostage families on the ground here who are looking for any window, any shred of hope that some kind of a deal will be coming soon. And the fact matter is, John Kirby is right. This go-around is different because Israel has sent a delegation to Cairo in order to have these talks. The same could not be said for the last couple of rounds of discussions. But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gave those negotiators very strict guidance on what kind of a deal is acceptable. This is what he said in a video statement.
Israel cannot accept a proposal that endangers the security of our citizens and the future of our country. Therefore, I instructed the labor ranks that went to Cairo continue to stand firm on the conditions necessary for the release of our abductees, continue to stand firm on the essential requirements for guaranteeing Israel's security.
And of course, there's the big one there. The prime minister says a big thing that they cannot allow to happen is for a deal to be struck that leads to the ending of the war. That is top of mind when it comes to Jerusalem's stance on these negotiations. Marni?
Robert, Hamas also is warning that there will not be a ceasefire deal if Israel continues to push further into Rafah. What's the status of that operation right now?
Still at this hour, it's very contained and very select in the way that this is being carried out. I mean, we've even heard from U.S. officials who say this does not appear to be the large-scale ground operation that the Israelis have said could potentially be coming, though we heard from Israel's defense minister just a short while ago who said this won't be for long. If we don't get a deal, then they are prepared to continue pushing deeper into Rafah and expand those operations there. And I would hearken back towards that reporting about the U.S. delaying arms shipments to Israel. That underscores the concerns that the United States has about this operation becoming too broad and too all-encompassing and creating too much of an issue inside of Rafah itself, especially when it comes to the humanitarian situation there. So U.S. officials alike are keeping a very close eye on all of this. But right now, it is very distilled down from what U.S. officials fear it could eventually be. Marni.
All right, Robert, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.